Alright, I am back in VTOL VR. I'm back in Stealth Strike because it's not in my workshop. There it is. I was not happy with what happened last time. If you saw what happened last time, which was better actually, that one's better. If you saw what happened last time, then you'd know why I'm not happy with it. In short, I crashed. Right at the end, right as I was about to land, I crashed. This time, I will not crash. I will complete the mission. I will return home safely. This stealth strike is really a mission that has plagued me as I've gotten used to the game, because I've failed so many times. I have failed a lot of times. I have been shot down. I have crashed, not made the landing. I have run out of fuel. I have run out of munitions and it's just taken too long. And they found me and I failed the mission. Oh my god, I'm a little bit close.
This is Command. You need to find and destroy the enemy weapon caches. We don't know exactly where they are, but they're probably near air defenses. We've sent you some estimated GPS coordinates based on the radar emissions.
That's true. I know that. There is something also really funny I found out. The AGM 145s, I think they're called. Let me just see. Yeah, 145.
Try not to get detected. Yep, once the enemy knows where you are, they'll send everyone they got at you.
I know. These ones, they fly off so fast you can kill those guys there, which is funny. They like, you can hit them and they probably fall over and they are not too happy about you killing them. Anyway, should remember from last time that all I have to do, yeah, there's one right there, is find these bunkers everywhere. What are they? Like weapon caches, he says. And you have to bomb them with special bombs. Oh, man. There's two of them on the airfield. Look at that. Far away from each other as well. That is a nightmare. Oh man, that's going to be hard then. Because airfield is very, very good at shooting down your missiles. So I have a plan. I'm just going to check just in case I've got that wrong. None. And yeah, none. Okay. So it is just these first two spots. So I'm going to go for that one first. We'll come through the mountains, we'll go for that one first. What I'm probably going to try to do is come through here, bomb that one, and then kill the radar dish, and then run straight through here, and then try and get these two whilst I'm a little bit closer. That'll probably risk me getting found out, but hopefully it'll work, because too many times before I've just had my missiles blown up. I think that's all. Let's just do that. Pop those. There you go. Let's just go. Right, we're just going to come through here. And hopefully we get to launch off this cruise missile fairly early. That's
altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
First target, just so that we can. That's a great point. Away. So we'll see when we come into contact with it. Slow down.
Altitude. 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 Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
Try and come over this cliff here. Launch this first one. We'll just check it's the right one. Yep, it's the right one. this one should be absolutely fine. I have no concern in this missile finding its target and blowing it up. And I'm gonna guess, yep, I can see it. Let's launch that off. So it should go in front. We should see it anytime soon. It goes. Hopefully, that has got a good path. Oh, it looks very good. Oh, it looks very, very good. Let's have a look. Is that on the missile? Yes, it is. I'm invisible again. So there it goes. I will turn that back on as it gets closer. I think that has just got a pretty clear line of sight. Right, let's change our target to this one. Let's get there. I've changed my mind, by the way. I no longer want to go through there. I think it's pointless me risking getting closer to that SAM site because it's going to see me. Also, I probably want to go for the one that's closer. That one. You can just see that missile there going towards the target. Look, oh, it's escaping from the shadow. If you stop thinking for long enough, you really do think you're inside a plane in this game. You really do. I know the graphics don't look amazing, but trust me, when you're in the sim, oh man, it's just amazing. Alright, let's watch this missile. Goes.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up.
No pull up.
Pull up.
No pull up. Shut up. It's getting close.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
That looks like a good hit to me. Yep. No problems. Straight
Great, you've destroyed one of the weapon caches. There should be 2 more out there.
Amazing. Right, these 2 are going to be harder now. I do have the AGM-145s to back up on if things go wrong, but it would be really nice if things just didn't go wrong. Let's get under this mountain here. Because if I launch this missile too high, I might set back. I can't fully remember how.
Shoot.
Set a path. Oh, we're about to be like right over it though. And there it is. Here's this first one. That
Altitude.
may honestly be good.
Altitude.
Let's just watch this missile go. We should be fine by now. Because hitting into your own missiles is very much a thing. There it is, lovely. I'm going to have to pull some sort of silly one over here. Wait for this.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
Not so bad.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
Okay.
Altitude. Altitude.
Just going to creep
Altitude.
over these mountains.
Altitude. Altitude.
Just
Altitude.
hoping that I don't
Altitude.
get seen.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
If I go in here,
Altitude. 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 Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Top Gun Maverick
Pull up.
maneuver right there.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
How's that missile
Pull up.
going? It's still
Altitude.
going. It's still, yeah, it's still going. Let's see if it gets shot down. watching it now as well.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
I should really bring up the technical situation as well. It's getting closer. It is getting closer.
Altitude. Altitude.
Looks like it actually might not do too bad here. It's still going. Ooh, it's actually getting close here. Good thing about these missiles is that they have a terrain following device in them to an extent. So if you shoot them across flat ground, there's pretty much no chance they'll hit the floor. Of course, if you try to shoot them through a mountain, they won't do so well then. Go on. He's going good. He's doing really well. Come on. I can see the, yep.
Altitude.
No way. Yes.
That's another weapon cache destroyed.
That's good.
There should be one more.
That's good. That's good. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's switch targets now. Back to that one. Set the waypoint. Let's go to waypoint. Right, last missile. I think the plan for this, just check where those other radar sites are. Ooh, there might be a problem with this. Okay, what I might do then is I might just spring up over these mountains here. Go over here a bit. Spring up over these mountains, launch it from here, because that one didn't seem to do too bad at all. And then skedaddle, hopefully.
Altitude. Altitude.
Altitude, be quiet. I know you can set your altitude.
Altitude.
Okay.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
I know you can set that altitude thing to be a lot lower, but
Altitude. Altitude.
Right, let's spin around
Altitude.
here and try to
Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Altitude. Pull up. Altitude.
Should have enough mountain clearage to stay hidden here, because I also think last time I was spotted right at the end and nothing came of it. That's going to teach you as well. Right, supposedly I can see it now. I'm going to launch from there.
Altitude.
Watch this missile.
Altitude.
It's going.
Altitude. Altitude.
Looks pretty good.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
Watching this
Altitude.
missile as well.
Altitude. 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 Pull up. Altitude.
I think the troubling bit of this is it's going to have to fly past this. I can't see.
Altitude.
I'll show you what I mean.
Altitude.
Just
Altitude.
temporarily. You can see on my tactical situation
Altitude.
here, the missile's going to
Altitude.
have to fly past this little spot here, and if it doesn't fly side on, it's probably going to be spotted and shot at. So I'm just going to have to watch that. but I have faith. I can't actually see from the missile camera that this game provides you. You can't actually see if that is going to be a problem or not. It's just going to disappear. Oh, come on. I really don't have to turn back.
Over G.
Head towards home. Hopefully I will just be able to RPB after this. Hey! Why look at the plane? Plane? Missile. Oh, it's been shot down. Yeah, that is a
Altitude.
killed.
Altitude.
Oh, come
Altitude.
on. Okay,
Altitude.
let's stop that then.
Altitude. Altitude.
Oh, alright.
Altitude.
This
Altitude.
is where things are going to
Altitude.
get a little bit weird. What I'm going to have to do now is get really close and fire this AGM-145 at it.
Over G.
Let's just go.
Altitude.
Here. Let's just
Altitude.
use our stealth for as long as we can.
Altitude. Altitude.
Oh, this sucks.
Altitude. Altitude.
Right, one of two things is going to happen now.
Altitude.
I am going to
Altitude.
become Pete Mitchell and
Altitude.
ruin everyone's
Altitude.
day in a 5th generation fighter, or I am going to become Bottom Rifle, as my name suggests in this game. You know, Bottom Rifle as opposed to Top Gun, and hit the floor crying. Let's find out where our threats are. Oh, I see it's going to be that guy there. He's going to be the biggest problem. Might even have to take him out. That is really going to be a problem. 57 kilometers away. So we are, as you can see, we're a little bit out of range.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. 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 Pull up.
Oh, pull up, sure. Right, there it is. We can see it. The TGP can see it, which means I'm in line of sight of the enemy radar. Which is bad. We are getting closer. The
Altitude.
SAM sites hopefully shouldn't see this missile. It's absolutely tiny. It's going to see me before the missile. And oh, that is going to be such a problem.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Pull
We are
up.
kind of stealthy.
Pull up. Altitude.
I don't know if
Altitude.
that helps at all.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
No altitude, shut up.
Altitude.
We're going right again.
Altitude. Altitude.
We're getting closer.
Altitude.
I reckon about 10 kilometers is when we are going to be able to shoot this thing. Oh, we're getting... Okay, I think that one's concealed by a mountain. It's going to be this one. This is the one that's going to get us killed. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it now. I'm calling... That one is going to kill me.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
Let's also,
Altitude.
just for good measure,
Altitude.
get that.
Altitude. Altitude.
Ooh.
Altitude. Pull up. Altitude. Pull up. Altitude. Pull up.
Stay
Altitude.
nice and low.
Pull up. Altitude. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
We're going to
Altitude.
launch this thing up. Maybe we can
Altitude.
shoot both of them off.
Altitude.
Even though I might
Altitude.
have to shoot
Altitude.
some anti-air.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
Right, we're in range.
Altitude. Shoot. Altitude. Shoot.
Goes.
Altitude. Altitude.
Right, there's the
Altitude.
anti-air.
Altitude. Shoot. Altitude.
The dangerous
Altitude.
part.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
No balls.
Altitude.
Be
Altitude.
advised, the enemy must have detected you. Any minute now, they're going to start sending all caps towards you.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
Here it comes.
Altitude. Launch. Pull up.
Comes the thing.
Altitude. Flare. Altitude. Altitude. Flare. Altitude.
Good hit. All weapon caches have been destroyed. Return to base.
Altitude.
Go, 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 go.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
No altitude, be quiet. Go, 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 come on. I have no idea. I do have an idea. If I can get behind this huge rock here, that would be good. Yeah, nice. Just keep the tactical situation square. We also don't need that one anymore. Change it to color. Let's get serious up in here. You guys could just check something out for me. Give yourself a lovely rear view mirror, but of course that's all you can see. Any missiles behind me? Any missiles at all? No missiles? Ah, great. Hopefully smooth sailing. Check this out. You can see infinite versions of yourself. So I'll give you a nice smooth look of everything that's going on now. Do you prefer? Get more FOV than that? No. 100 is the max, okay. Is the camcorder better than my helmet? I'm gonna keep that on just as I want.
Bingo fuel.
Oh no. It's fine, we have enough. Just go off the burner. Again, I think we've actually got away from this quite well. I do have fighters close in, though, which might become a problem soon. Ooh, yeah, this might not be so good.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
Guess they can't see me anymore. Rapidly approaching the base.
Altitude.
Is that what got the right angle? Oh, apart from that, I can see the screen. That's going to be a bit tricky. If I do that instead.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
Alright, we are.
Altitude. Altitude.
We're here. There they are. So yeah, that's the camcorder. Let's be showing my screens. This is for me to see as well. I'm gonna stop that now. Let's bring it back to my helmet. Let's check that one. Just throttle it still. Stay in the air. Let's get real low. I think it's pretty safe to say that no one is coming for me. Let's go for 50%. Could try coming from the front here actually. Like 80 degrees. So that's my
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Okay, no, we're gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna have to come out. This looks a little bit better. A little bit better than last time. Oh yeah, it's looking a lot better than last time. I just gotta get real slow. Gotta get that ring on the helipad. And don't hold it. Come on, there you go. This is hard. This is a lot harder than it looks. Damn it, floor yet. Let's just get Come on, side a little bit. Ooh, don't lose it now. No, come on. No, stop, 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 stop. Where are you going? Where are you going? Alright, this. Oh my god. Dude, come on. No, come on. Oh my god. Go back, go back, go back. Come on, go back. Oh, come on. If I pressed here now, if I pressed altitude, would it hover? Yep, your F-35's on the side. You're going to have to deal with that, unfortunately. That is a landing. That's the mission complete screen. 27 minutes. Ooh, pretty much half an hour. I don't know if they like that. I'm going to turn the thing off. We're going to put the wings up. Turn the lights off. And that's pretty much everything. Let's get that canopy open, turn the battery off. And that is Stealth Strike. This time we did it. On watching back of this video, I understand how quiet my voice is. I won't do that again. It's not as if my mic can't handle it, because my mic can get this loud, but yeah, I just had it too far away. That's not great at all. Yeah, it's a bit too loud now. It's not great. I won't do that again. I'll hold it closer. I'll have the gain up a little bit higher. I just want to put that in a note because it's a little bit not good enough, but I need content and I didn't really want to film it again.